talk about 10 beginner approved new look patterns for a new wardrobe. So if that's some content you would like to see, keep on watching. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Rochelle from Rochelle.Handmade.Designs, and in this video we are going to be talking about 10 new look patterns to elevate a new wardrobe, okay? Now before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe button, and also turn on the notification bell so you are notified every time I upload a new video. If you are new to the channel, welcome. Hello, ciao, guten tag, aloha, hola, konnichiwa, wagwan, bonjour. If you are returning, you know what to do. Go get you a quick snack, something to drink, come on back so we could go ahead and run through these 10 patterns that are new look patterns so you can have a new wardrobe, okay? So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the first pattern. I'm just gonna dive right on in because I wanna keep this pattern short, sweet, and to the point, all right? So the first pattern is a pattern that I have done a complete sew along for, and that's New Look 6697, all right? So for this pattern, and I'm gonna put all of the patterns up on the screen so you are able to see what those patterns are, okay? You guys know how I do it. I like for you guys to see it in big form instead of show you, but all of the patterns are right in front of me as well, all right? So the first pattern is Simplicity 6697. So I did a sew along for this pattern. It is a crop top and a pencil skirt pattern. So this pattern is an easy to sew pattern. It is a Mrs. Boxy crop top with the drop sleeves and a pencil skirt with contour waistband and a back zipper for this pattern. Now, I will link to that sew along in the description box below if you are interested, but I did this pattern last year. This pattern was also part of my skirt series last year in 2020, as well as the business wardrobe series last year in 2020. All right, so that's the first pattern that is a beginner approved pattern. Let's go ahead and talk about that second pattern. It is Simplicity 6683, y'all. All right, so listen. I love Andra Makes. She made this dress not too long ago for this pattern. I'm going to go ahead and put Andra from Andra Makes channel in the description box below so you could go over to to her channel and see her pattern review for New Look 6683. I love it. All right. So for this pattern, it is a Mrs. dress pattern. Now on the website, it says that it's an average to sew pattern. However, it's just a Mrs. sweater dress with neckline and pocket options. All right. So this, even though on the website it says it's an average to sew pattern, listen, it is an easy to sew pattern. I want to say that it's probably stating that it's a average pattern because it is a sweater dress. It has pockets. So it's basically, you need to have those techniques, but seriously, it is an easy to sew pattern. All right. Let's move over to the next pattern, which is a New Look 6650, which is also another dress. All right. So for this pattern, it is a Mrs. Knit dress with sleeve and length variation. It is an easy to sew pattern. The dress comes in 2 length, easy to sew, and it's designed for stretch knit. It's more of like a slim pullover dress with optional waist ties, and also feature a short sleeve, and the short sleeve is in 2 different lengths. So you have kind of like a 3/4 inch sleeve, and then you have a short sleeve that you can decide which one you want to do. All right. So this is an easy to sew pattern. I know 2 individuals who have done this pattern before. I have not done it myself, but from the pattern envelope and looking at the pattern pieces, it is an easy to sew. All right. So let's go ahead and move over to the next pattern, which is Simplicity 6625. All right. Now for this pattern, it is a Mrs. top and pull-on pants. Now on the Simplicity website, it does rate this pattern as average. I'm thinking that it's rated average because of the top, the pull-on, the top part, right? However, I'm thinking of this pattern as an easy to sew pattern for pull-on pants. Why? Because I have not looked at the pattern pieces, to be honest, but you probably have like a front, a back, pockets, and a casing, and that's it. So that's why I am stamping this pattern as a beginner approved, you know, new look pattern. All right. So let's go ahead and move over to the next pattern. It's Simplicity 6623. Now for Simplicity 6623, it is a misted skirt in 3 different lengths. However, I know T from Crumpet Tea and Sewing have done this pattern as well. Now, I feel like this pattern is the easy to sew pattern because if you think about it, you know, you have front, back, and a zipper. So that's why I'm ranking this pattern as a beginner approved pattern. It is an average to sew pattern. Now, for this pattern, it does have different lengths for sure, and it does have like a tie as well, but this one doesn't have a zipper. It is an elastic waist skirt as well, but this is Simplicity 6623. Let's go ahead and move over to the next pattern. For the next pattern, it is a New Look 6544. It is like a pencil skirt. So this pattern is rated as average. It is a misses pattern, which features a pencil skirt in 2 lengths. Plus it has a straight leg pants as well. So for this pattern, you could do both the pants and the skirt, and you just need an invisible zipper in order to do that. So that's why I'm ranking this pattern as a beginner friendly approved new look pattern for your new wardrobe. All right, let's move over to the next pattern. It's New Look 6469. Now for this pattern, it is a misses dress. I have done this dress before. I did it for I think it was a holiday party, or maybe it was not veterans, but Valentine's Day. And Valentine's Day is coming around, you guys. So with that being said, Valentine's Day is like in a week. I hope you have something planned for your Valentine's Day, you know, for your boo, your hub, your babe, your partner, whatever you want to call your husband, you know, you have something planned for that. I know I have a pattern in mind to do for this day as well. It's not going to be something that's completely jazzy, but I do have something to fit that bill. All right. Also, so I think this was more of a Valentine's Day dress that I did, but it could have been a holiday party dress that I did as well. I still have the dress. I just have not worn it in a while, probably about 2-3 years. So it's in my wardrobe somewhere. All right. But this is New Look 6469. Brittany J. Jones also did a sew along for this one as well. So if you're interested, I will put Brittany J. Jones link to the sew along in the description box below, so you could check that sew along out if you are wanting to do this one. However, this is a Mrs. Easy knit dress with length and sleeve variations. The knit dress comes with raglan sleeves. It is like a mini length, but you could extend that as well. It has a round neckline, and it also have contrast sleeves and high neck in one fabric as well. And both of these are above the knees, and it also has one view where it's more like a high-low hemline as well. But that is New Look 6469. Let's go ahead over to the next pattern. It's New Look 6458. Now this pattern was done by Anita.Designs. She did a complete sew along for this pattern. And for this pattern, she did the top, and I think she did the skirt as well for this pattern. Now for this pattern, this is kind of like a build your own wardrobe pattern. You have the top, the skirt, and the pants for this one as well. You will need to use knit fabrics if you decide to do this pattern as well. This is an average to sew pattern, as they say, and it's probably because you're sewing with knit. But let's go ahead and get into this pattern. It is a just for knit wardrobe pattern. Includes a knit tank tee, pull-on pants, maxi skirt, and a maxi dress with the side slits for sure. And it's great for travel. Like I said, Anita from Anita.Designs did this pattern. I will go ahead and put her links in the description box below to get you right over to that sew along. All right. Let's go ahead and move over to the next pattern. It is a New Look 6461. So for this pattern, New Look 6461, I know Mimi G did this pattern before. She put it on her blog. She didn't do a sew along or anything like that for this pattern, but this pattern is like a 2-piece wardrobe builder pattern. So this is an easy to sew pattern. Also, it's like a sportswear pattern where, you know, it works great with knit fabric. Also, you have the crop tank with the side slits, and you also have like ties and a high-low tunic with a long slit on that tunic as well. And then you have the crop pants. So the reason why I'm stamping this one as a beginner approved new look pattern for your new wardrobe is simply because of those pants. And then the top, it's not that many pattern pieces as well. So I feel that a beginner can do both the top and the pant. Let's go ahead and move over to that last pattern, which is New Look 6271, which is a pair of pull-on pants. Like, come on. All right. Now for this pattern, from the website Simplicity, it says that it is an average pattern. However, I feel this is easy, and I'm going to tell you why. So this pattern is a pants pattern. It's like a wide leg pattern or shorts. It also has a long skirt that has contrasting a low hem if you want to do that view as well. And then it has an elastic drawstring waist as well. So for this pattern, I feel that any beginner can do this pattern as long as you're able to put elastic in that casing, make a drawstring. You can make a drawstring with twill tape, or you could do your own like I tend to do and use scrap fabric. And that's how I'm able to use up a lot of my scrap fabric as well. Well, that's all 10 patterns that are beginner approved, beginner friendly, new look pattern for your new wardrobe. Now, I know you guys asked me what new look patterns that I could sew that are beginner friendly, because most of the new look patterns are not beginner friendly. They're more average patterns. However, do not be taken off or taken back because the pattern is rated as average. Sometimes it's rated as average because it has a zipper on it, or because the number of pattern pieces. But literally, if you open up the pattern and see the number of pattern pieces and read the instructions, most of them can be rated as easy. All right, so don't get put off by average to sew pattern. All right. And also, I want to say that even if it's an average to sew pattern, try it. I mean, it doesn't hurt to try it in some muslin fabric as well. That's how you build onto your sewing library. All right. Well, that's it for this video. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on the notification bell so you are notified every time I upload a new video. So I'll catch you in the next video. And as always, keep sewing.